Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I sure am. So today we're here in Zombie IO potato shooting. We're gonna be doing level 11 of this game, right? You're gonna be seeing everything about it. It's pretty damn cool. It's pretty much just like Vampire Survivors. It's an auto shooter. We're gonna be really just getting into it and trying to come up with a pretty damn strong build, right? So I love lasers. Lasers are very damn strong in this game. You're gonna be randomly shooting stuff around you right here. So we have a choice here. We're gonna go with the bowling ball. You will see I'm gonna show you the whole array of like effects, right? So you can disable them by clicking the normal check up there on the top right, but I'm going to be showing you everything, right? So you can see just how much of a chaos this looks like, right? So we're going to be going with the shurikens. Shurikens also just are pretty damn helpful to get rid of pretty much just smallest, right? So there's a lot of things to balance in this game when you're thinking about the build. One of them is going to be your firepower, your total amount of damage so you can defeat the bosses, and the other one is going to be just how many projectiles or bullets or area damage you have so you can get rid of a lot of enemies, right? Because one thing about this game is that there is going to be a whole lot of enemies coming your way, right? So you need to be able to have both a lot of damage as well as a lot of just things that will eventually kill the enemies for you, right? So you can also see that I am slowly getting people coming like towards me, right? I'm getting help. That's my companion. So in this game, if you are familiar with any other games of this kind, you will see that there is also other things together with just our build, right? So obviously now we killed the boss and we dropped one of these chests, which is going to give us random upgrades. And you can see that as I was talking, this is also going to be including upgrades to the companions we have, right? So the companions also are part of our build. They're going to be shooting as well, right? So we have even more bullets. We can also upgrade the way they shoot, and we can have up to 3 companions with it. Orange ones are the enhancements for my companions, right? So I need some attribute enhancement items, the green ones, to make sure that whenever I reach level 5 onto one of my weapons, those are going to be able to go all the way up to level 6, right? And that's going to be evolving them to a whole new version of them, right? So as you can see in the top left, there's going to be a timer and we kill the boss, right? So we get, we got even 4 of those, right? So there's a random assortment of upgrades you can get. We got a magnet, right? So that attracts all the experience points to us. So yeah, we'll get all the items we need to make sure we can level up our weapons eventually, right? So yeah, as I was mentioning, on the top left there is a timer as well as a progress counter. So it's really all just a matter of can you survive long enough, right? So the enemies will be changing depending on how far you are into the game. The longer you are into the game, the more enemies will show up, the stronger they will be, there will be different types of enemies. There will also be more XP dropping. As you can see, I am collecting all these green little dots in the ground. That is the XP, right? So I need to be running through it in order to get it, right? There's ways of increasing the range that you can get that XP at, right? So pretty easily here we're just going to be going with a little bit more shurikens. As you can see, the screen is just now getting covered with effects, right? I got a massive amount of just bullets and types of projectiles running around. I'm going to be using my car right here, but I am getting destroyed. Oh my god, okay, I didn't know. I thought the car would actually give you a little bit of an immunity, but not quite. So you can see that now I could go ahead and watch an ad or use some type of item in order to try and get myself back up, right? So I'm going to be using a revive right there because I made a total mistake. It's the first time that I am using this item, the vehicle, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to survive this. I don't have enough damage, to be honest. I'm just getting cornered here. I need to survive a little bit longer until this type of enemies just go away. Eventually they will stop spawning and I need to survive a little bit longer even after. I might have just be lost right here. I think I'm actually completely lost. Oh my god. Yeah, there is no way I could defeat that. Maybe I could have run through them and actually save myself, but that is it. We actually lost this game, right? So as you can see, it's not that easy. Let's just try it again. Right, so this time we're going to be trying to go for a bit stronger build. I was really just going for a lot of projectiles, but maybe that was not the best way to go about it. I was not getting the most out of... I just really needed to make a hole through those boars, right? So as you can see, this was not that easy. So instead of just going for full AoE, I'm going to try and go for a little bit of more single target damage so I can try and make my way through at least one side of the boars, right? So yeah, as you can see, the game is not that easy. There is also the dog that's coming along with me. That's a pet. So there is companions and there's also the pets, right? So there we go, we got another companion. This companion that I have with me, they shoot some electric shocks which are going to be bouncing through enemies, and they help a lot with clearing AoE. Obviously you can change up these companions. There's many different companions. You can choose them depending on what you're struggling with, right? So now we'll try and find something here, which is going to be, all these options are really AoE kind of just focus. So I'm going to be refreshing that, and I'll try to find something a little bit better. So I'll go ahead and select the another level on the black hole, right? So you can see I got that 8 ball. That is a massive ball, which is going to be doing a lot of damage onto the enemies it goes through, right? So it's going to be providing a very, very high damage on the path that it goes through, right? So it's going to be pretty damn powerful for those boars. So I'll just dodge the jumps on this thing. I will have a little bit less damage than I did before right now at this stage in the game, right? So as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit to just have enough projectiles to defeat those little dogs that are coming my way. I'll now go ahead and just select lasers. Lasers are both very good for AoE as well as for single target damage, because they are going to be randomly focusing on some targets that are on the screen. It might be a little bit hard to see, but there's some lasers following from the sky onto the enemies. Now, I forgot to mention, there's also an autoplay function, which whenever you unlock it, you will just be able to click it, and it's going to be playing for yourself. It's going to be making the choices of the build for you, which might not be the best thing, and it's also just randomly going to be using stuff for you. I think it actually used the vehicle for me. That might not have been the wisest thing ever. We'll focus on the top side here again. We'll just try to survive until a minute is left. So once that happens, we'll just be able to rush to the top side, and that's going to allow us to maybe just munch through the lower difficulty enemies. I think we might just be able to hold on here a little bit until we clear some more of these boars. As you can see now, there will be other types of enemies showing up instead of the boars on the top side, and those are going to be easier to kill. So if we just run through this, we're able now to survive. But there's also going to be boars coming our way, so it's not over yet. But now we got a little bit of healing. We can also use the vehicle, and there we go. We actually managed to push that. So that was definitely a very hard check. We needed to just come up with a build that was properly strong enough to make it work. As you can see there, that helped. There's also those bombs which actually clear the screen for you, but yeah, it doesn't actually do a whole lot. So now we got a decent balance of AoE as well as single targets, so hopefully we can still scale higher. So we'll go for a little bit more of that laser. We got another boss incoming, right? So that's gonna be decently hard. We still need to kill this one, so we'll just circle around him. For some reason I'm not taking any damage, but this is the last boss, so if we do kill him, this is going to be it. So actually I did die. I'm not sure why. Oh my god. Okay, we went with a very different kind of build this time. We really just chose to cover as much of the ground with stuff so that everything could just die passively, and there we go. We actually managed to defeat it this time. Third time is a charm. So now we just did the level. That means that we are one step forward in the game, right? So now we can go ahead and see the damage breakdown of our build. We can see if we chose the right stuff. It definitely was a very interesting kind of build. So definitely the first kind of level where it was a lot tougher. It was a very, very tight spot where you need to you really need to come up with the build to push through it, right? So yeah, very, very interesting. So now we unlocked more stuff in the game. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And before you go out, please go ahead and check out Apptoid. Now, Apptoid is basically our website where you can download, actually a marketplace where you can download apps from, just like Google Play. So when you do download stuff from Apptoid, you're going to be able to earn bonuses from 10% all the way up to extra 35% of however much money you're spending, right? So as you can see right here, if I was going to be buying this pack, I will be getting a bonus of 0.76 euros, right? So it's not too bad. You can increase that with many things, like for example, you can get extra 5% by using my code, which is going to be on the screen as well as in the description. And then you can go ahead and use that bonus, if you had enough of it, to go ahead and do the purchase for you next time on other items. Like for example, right here, if I had enough of the app coins credits, I could go ahead and just buy this pack for me without actually spending my real money. So I can go ahead and show you what the amount that I have right now is within the app coins wallet. Here you can see how much of a bonus you have currently unlocked. So you can see I have about 2 euros. You can also see your progress towards unlocking higher amounts of bonuses, so you can get more money whenever you're doing those purchases. And you can also put here your promo code, so you can increase that bonus by 5%, as I already mentioned, on the promo code section, as well as seeing active events that are going on right now in the games. So you can see if your game has a currently an event going on, which will give it an even higher bonus during the time you are doing those purchases, right? So if you got any questions, there's going to be a guide down in the description on how to set it all up. It's going to be pretty damn simple. It takes no more than 5 minutes. You can set it up on your Android phones as well as on an emulator on your PC. It does not work on iPhone, I'm sorry, but yeah, you can get a lot of value from this. If you want to purchase stuff in the Zombie.io or any other Android game, you might as well just go ahead and do so through Aptoide, so you can get more value for your money and just be able to afford more stuff with spending less money, right? So yeah, you can also of course use those bonuses between games. So if you're playing one game or another, you can still like maybe purchase in one game and use the bonuses for something else later on, right? So it works cross games just like that. So yeah, nonetheless, if If you do use my code, you're going to be helping me out. And if you got any questions, please go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below, right? So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. See you.